Fine. You know what? Fine. I'll just get back in the goddamn rowboat. Jesus Christ. Yes, it's that time again, and it's time to potato around with Hadders in a boat. And as you can see, I am driving one of my nation's own, the HMS Warspite. Again, flying double Royal Navy ensigns, because what's more British than two flags? And today, I will be playing with my friend Eclaire, who I may refer to as Chocolat, in his Warspite. So we got a double TTT division in two British ships, driven by two Brits. So what could be better? I mean, this can't get any worse. We have decided on this map to go to the east, and me and Eclaire like to have a bit of fun. We take the game seriously. We're quite serious players, but we like to arse about as well. And you'll see in this match, we're both a bit ham. I mean, the Warspite is moderately quick. I mean, it's labelled on the wiki page as a fast, or the first of the fast battleships. Not sure about that. It takes a little while to get around, but you know, we're nice and aggressive. And the Warspite, a famous battleship of the Royal Navy, with the most battle honours of any ship in history. So she just seemed to turn up at all battles of importance, as if by accident. She was one of 5 constructed Queen Elizabeth class battleships, the first one being the Queen Elizabeth, the second the Warspite, the HMS Valiant, the HMS Barnum, and the HMS Malaya, with the HMS Agincourt, due to be the 6th, unfortunately being cancelled. So there we have it. This was actually the first ship in the world, or certainly as a battleship, to be mounted with 15-inch guns, or well, her and her sisters of course. So yeah, big guns for her day. In World War II, not the biggest, but still very effective according to statistics. The shells were pretty good. Straight away, let's get back into the battle. Here comes a Königsberg, who is drifting rather dangerously there. Eclaire unloads his rounds, I unload mine, so he has 16 Warspite rounds on the way. Eclaire absolutely smashes him for a double citadel, and my first round absolutely nails him. So straight away, we're only 2.5 minutes into the game, and I have a kill. So go Warspites. Second ship there is a Congo. I think he's trying to hide because, well, he's seen us coming. I mean, there are 4 of our team here, including 4 of our team? Might even be 5 of our team. 3 battleships. Clearly blind. 2 cruisers and a destroyer. And the carrier is also focusing his efforts this side. And don't the British ships look glorious as we lob our rounds over things? No one's going to stop for us. So the enemy team are already hard pressed on this flank. And as you can see by the mini-map, they don't want to be here. They're not having the best time. Another Fiji there on the left, so we do have a lot of British ships in this game, which is nice. So aiming up on the Cleveland there. Cleveland again, living quite dangerously. Was sitting a bit broadside there. I think he's noticed what's happening and he's decided to turn in a bit. Rounds still being lobbed at the Congo. Torpedoes in on him. He's not having a good day. Cleveland now living very dangerously again. He's starting a broadside in front of a Warspite, and the Warspite's gun, they are tight. Look at those rounds. Smash, 9,800 damage, and that registers as 2 overpens. So apparently I didn't penetrate or citadel, which is a shame. But you know, 9,800 damage for 2 overpens, I'll take it. Eclaire firing his rounds there. Hopefully he'll be able to affect something, but at this angle maybe not. And he splashes all around him. Trolled. As I was saying though, the shells are very tight on the Warspite. The Sigma must be excellent. I'm afraid I'm not good enough to know them off by heart, but you know, they're very, very tight clusters of rounds, and that's what you want on battleships. Smash. There's another 9,800 damage for 3 penetrations and 2 over penetrations there on the Congo, and he's not going to last much longer. Eclaire's rounds are out, they're on the way, and he gets the ultimate kill steal there on the poor guy that was burning. So well done Eclaire, that's 1 kill each. Points to note, both the kills on the enemy team, so That's always nice. I think we've just been lucky, to be fair. Eclaire's kill steal was pretty epic, and well, I stole my kill off Eclaire, so there we go. Cleveland again, trying to turn out. I think he's just trying to get away, and unfortunately he's got to turn out at some point, and I knock out his steering now. He's not in a good way. I mean, these guns don't reload massively quickly, but they load quick enough to keep just smashing him, and particularly with the double Warspites, 2 people in communication, he's just getting hit up pretty badly. So those are Eclaire's rounds coming in there. You can see the lovely cluster of 5. Unfortunately they don't land on him, but he does get a couple of hits. I fire mine. Probably should have done my ripple fire thing there, but are they going to hit? Well, I got a couple of... Oh no, I got a kill. Who knew? So there's a bit of a break in the battle here. Effectively, we've cleared out all of the enemy this side, and me and Eclaire are deciding what to do. The gun traverse is pretty bad. We're thinking, well, you know, we could go sort of down the centre. There's certainly not enemy here, and we don't want to go into the cap, so there's some ships down the middle there. I try to lob rounds at some Fiji, because the Fiji is awesome to hit, because it's got no armour, because British cruisers, and unfortunately for me, the island's sort of in the way, and then absolutely troll dispersion. Literally all around him. Couldn't have aimed it better, but pff, that's the game. So I'm going to do a bit of history crafting while we got a lapse in the battle. So the Warspite, as I say, is the most heavily decorated ship for battles in the Royal Navy and of all time. So she was in the Battle of Jutland in World War I, where she was part of the 5th Battle Squadron with 3 of her sister ships. Unfortunately, they got left behind from Beatty's fast battleships, and there was a bit of a communication error. The 5th Battle Squadron ended up trailing behind, and they got absolutely pounded. However, all the ships survived with fairly serious damage in the Warspite's case, but not many casualties. So it just goes she can hold up to a bit of a beating. She was in the Atlantic, she was in the Battle of Narvik, in Norway, in Calabria, in the Mediterranean, the Malta convoys, Matapan, Crete, Sicily, Salerno, the English Channel, Normandy, on the landings, Biscay, and Walcheren, I might call it Valcheren. So yeah, the Warspite was active, very active, and there's some lovely misses by me there. So, double Warspite, it almost looks correct. I mean, we could do with 2 more. Unfortunately, we can't have a squadron of 4. We can only get 3 in a division, but there you go, we could get 4. That would be a nice little reenactment there. There's a really screwed up Fiji there, who unfortunately for me has just repaired his engines, and I always forget how bloody fast the British cruisers accelerate, so I believe those are going to completely miss. If he'd still been limping on that engine, I might have hit him, but there you go. Lob a couple more rounds at the Fuso there. Eclaire is leading the way now, just 1 over penetration, so he is going to go around the corner first. We've decided let's just get stuck in. I mean, this battle looks like it's going to be a quick one. Our team is starting to cap. The enemy have already lost 4 ships, we've only lost 1, so it's sort of one of those games, one of those, I say disappointing quick ones. Quick ones are nice when you win, but there's nothing worse than really quick and not really doing any damage. Some more history crafting then. In the Battle of Narvik, the Warspite, plus its DD flotilla of 9 ships, put a pretty crushing victory on the Germans, where they sank 3 ships, and Warspite's float plane was actually the first plane to ever kill a U-boat, so that's nice. Effectively, she launched a catapult fighter which managed to use a torpedo to sink a German ship, or a German U-boat. The Germans then scuttled the rest of their ships. At the Battle of Salerno, Warspite was also one of the first ships ever to get hit by what's called a Fritz X guided bomb, picture seen above, and effectively 3 German Dorniers dropped 3 of these Fritz X bombs onto the Warspite. 1 was a near miss and wrecked the torpedo tubes. 1 was a complete miss, and the other one landed near the funnels, completely amidships, and penned all the way through the battleship and ripped a gaping hole in the bottom of the ship. Which amazingly Warspite managed to stay afloat and limped back to Malta under tow from American ships. Salvo's still going out now, and me and Eclaire are getting fairly close to the enemy now. You can see that Colorado wants nothing to do with this. He's getting shot at by 2 Warspites, and unfortunately, the way he's sort of going and gotta go almost, he's giving us pretty good broadside. So if we can just get some hits in, then he's going to have a bad day. That wasn't a bad hit there. Unfortunately for me, I only got 1 penetration. The other penetration is one of those fake ones that hits a gun turret or something else and just doesn't really do anything. So we push around this corner, and we're going to start screwing up that Miyoko. We're down to very few targets now. There's only 5 enemy ships left. We've still only lost 2, so it's pretty much a foregone conclusion. There's wonderful comebacks in World of Tanks where people will suddenly come back from sort of, well, this case where there's only a couple of them left and there's most of the other team. Unfortunately, it doesn't really happen in World of Warships. I've been lucky enough to be in a couple of battles where I've been one of the last of maybe 2 or 3 ships, and between us we've managed to scrape a victory against sort of 8 or 9, but those are incredibly rare games and everything has to marry up. I mean, in this case, one of the reasons we're getting away with it is because it's just standard battle. Now Eclaire is about to come around the corner to this Fuso, who is floating broadside to us, not really achieving much. He's going particularly slow, and he slams him and knocks out, is that his engine or is he on fire? I think he's on fire there. So the Fuso's trying to give it back. I give him a couple of rounds, and 7,500 damage isn't bad, but that's sort of troll, considering the range we're at. Maybe I'm just aiming in the wrong place. So Eclaire decides to go straight for him. He's on about maybe ramming him. I don't know, I'm just like, Eclaire, you got full health, mate. Let's not be too hasty here. Miyoko in the distance there. I'm thinking, oh, maybe I can get a double kill. Maybe I can steal this Miyoko for his 216 health. Good job, Hadders. And then I can bang up this Fuso. I start aiming up, and what have we noticed? I've noticed something now watching the replay. Oh god, I hit Eclaire with 2 of my rounds at point blank range, and unfortunately I penetrate him. So the 2 rounds that do hit the Fuso though do minimal damage, so unfortunately for me I screwed that right up and did the little pinky thing on the way through. So good job, Hadders, good team play. I wait for Eclaire to clear my rear turrets before I start engaging again, and I nail the Fuso. So we're up to 4 kills. Pesky little destroyer appears behind us. He's probably just trying to get some last-ditch torpedoes out before the game ends. Fair play to him for getting too close to 2 Warspites and trying. I'm up to 93,000 damage, and my secondaries are starting to hammer this guy, as well as Eclaire's. There's a Cleveland in front of him as well, so excuse me, he's definitely not in for a good day. And release the Kraken! Yeah, no, he's still disappointing. Still super cute though, look at him. Aww. Aw, cute little Kraken. Amazingly, I got that with secondaries. Even though I fired my main armament, I didn't really need to. I guess secondaries confirmed OP, yo. That's the end of this game. I basically just float backwards a bit for the next probably minute, and then the game ends. So, let's go to the post-game results. A fairly noble victory then, with 94,000 damage done, and a couple of decent hero medals there. We got a close quarters kill, a secondary kill, we got first blood, and we got a Kraken, which was nice. 410,000 credits on a tier 6 is also pretty good, and not a bad haul for XP there. I came top of the team. Eclaire there on 4th, but the 2 in the middle did pretty damn good as well, so well done to them. I think I only came top on the basis that I managed to rob a couple of kills, to be honest. Into the detailed report. There's the damage I did to the different ships. Quite a lot to the Fuso there, and the 2 cruisers. There's the damage caused to allies at the bottom, the cheeky shot on Eclaire at point blank range. And the credits and XP, I managed to get a decent credit haul there. You can see the profit. Commander XP because of dragon flags. And yeah, just all round quite a good game. I mean, quite a quick game, but a good one overall, and it was good fun. We're not going to do the lessons learned because I think it was fairly clear what was going on. Broadside stuff gets wrecked, and normal angled stuff doesn't do so well. So I've been Hadders. It's been great playing again, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoy watching these, please feel free to comment, because I quite enjoy reading them. And hopefully I'll be able to upload a video again soon. So I'll catch you next time, and I'll see you on the ocean blue.